Hi, this is Naomi Andrag, and one of my students was having trouble with this problem in the Carnegie Learning System, so I wanted to work it out. This is another simplifying expressions using exponents problem, but it's a bit more complicated because it has this whole fraction inside parentheses and that thing raised to a power and then that thing multiplied by this other thing. So there's a lot to do here. Really, we still follow order of operations with these types of problems, so I would start simplifying inside these parentheses. So that's where I want to start. And since that's a fraction, I'm going to probably be applying the quotient rule. So when I do apply the quotient rule, it automatically brings up that little rational expression, that fraction there, and that's what I'm going to be working with. The number parts I would do first, -2/3. So I just type in -2/3. Enter, tells me that's right. And then the powers, of course, I'm going to subtract because they're divided. So I have x to the 1, and then x to the -4. 1 minus -4 is the same as 1 plus 4. So that would be 5 there. Tells me that's right. And then I'm going to type this in, -2 x to the 5th, all divided by 3. And that's the expression after I've done the subtracting of the exponents. So I press OK. No? So not happy with that? Maybe I'll bring the x to the 5th out front. X to the 5th. Okay, it's happy with that. From there, I need to raise this to the exponent. So here we have multiplication and we have exponentiation. But order of operations, parentheses, that's what we did first. Exponents. So exponents come next. I need to do this before I multiply by the 2x. So let's see, powers. And this is a power to a power, product to a power. So we have a constant times a power, and both of those factors need to be raised. So I'm going to do product to a power rule. It brings that part up. I'm going to have -2/3 cubed, and then the x to the 5th is also cubed. Now down here, it went ahead and put the 3 for me, but it wants me to figure out x to the 5th to the 3rd. How many x's multiplied together is that? Well, that means x to the 5th times x to the 5th times x to the 5th. So I end up with 15 x's all multiplied together. So I put a 15 there. And then my result, if I raise this, this is negative, negative, negative. That results in just one negative because 2 of those cancel out. 2 times 2 times 2 is 8. And then 3 times 3 times 3 is 27. So I've got 27 on the bottom of that fraction. And then I have x to the 15th. Let me see, will it let me put it up here, or does it want it out to the side? Well, it's happy with it there. So from there, I've done, inside the parentheses, I've done any exponents that can be simplified. I move along through the order of operations to multiplication. So I've got 2 terms here, or 2 factors here that can be multiplied together. So I'm going to try just perform multiplication because that's really what I want to do. And it will let me do that. So to perform multiplication here, I do 2 times -8, and that gives me -16. And then the bottom of the fraction will be 27 still. And then I worry about the x part. So I have x to the 1 times x to the 15. So this is 15 x's all multiplied together here. Times 1 more x, I'll have 16 x's all multiplied together. So I'll do x to the 16. And I do believe that's my answer. You know, it hasn't told me I'm wrong or anything. This is the correct answer. It can't be simplified anymore because 16 and 27 don't have any common factors. I only have x on the top of the fraction, so there's nothing more to be done with the x's either. So I am done with this problem, and that would be the answer. Okay, I hope this helps. Bye.